There exists a place far, far from home. Place so strange, so curious, so avant-garde. A place that haunts my living dreams. This place is only known to me by one name. Gooner Tower. Okay. Let's go back to the start. If you don't know, my good friend Tony and I went to Japan in the fall of 24. Many stories happen all in the span of under 10 days, and I already told the story of my drunken hour late in Tokyo on the main. Might as well fuck around and remake that video here. P.S. It's like really bad looking back. Like, shut the fuck up! But either way, the Japan trip was one of the best weeks of my life. I visited Skytree, this giant FU tower that overlooks the city. I got to see Kabukicho, the city that the Yakuza city was based off of. And the one area I look back on fondly that I didn't even know about before I arrived to the city was Akihabara, the anime district of Tokyo. We arrived in the city early in the morning. It was like 9 a.m. and everything opened at 12 or 11. I don't remember, but either way, it was early. But Tony and I didn't know this, and we learned that the hard way. In front of one of the station exits, we found a cool ass arcade. We opened the door, saw cool ass claw machines and game cabinets. Unlike America's obsession with wide buildings, Japan loves the opposite, tall buildings. Each floor was as spacious as my bedroom, but the building would go up many floors. Tony and I explored one such building, bottom to top. This place had 5 main floors. Every floor, a different type of game. First floor, claw machines. Second floor, like fighting games. Third floor, more rhythm games. Fourth floor, other games. Once we reached the 5th floor, we were like, what's the secret 6th button? So we clicked the secret button, and when the elevator opened, we were greeted by a dark hallway. And then a young Japanese man sprinted through the shadows to the elevator door and angrily asked some shit in Japanese. We didn't speak Japanese. We could not understand him. No Nihando English, please? Pro gamer tip. In a self-preservation type of situation, if you ever find yourself stuck in Japan and need to communicate with the locals, just hear me out. Say the sentence you want to say, but slightly in an Asian accent. They'll understand it better. Trust. This isn't like a racist thing. It's an actual thing in Japan. I think it's because they do study English in Japanese schools. It's just not perfect. So while they might not understand I need to use the restroom, they'll understand I need the toilet. This is real. I'm not joking.
Oh, excuse me. Do you speak English? No. Sorry. Do you speak English? Oh, little.
When the employee realized we were both Gaijins, he asked, how did you get in? We were honest. The door was open. And he just found it really funny and let us leave like nothing happened. Gaijin bash at its finest, brother. What the fuck is a Gaijin bash? Figure it the fuck out. And once we ended the endeavor, we made our way around town, here and there, here and there. We even found ourselves at the end of town multiple times, so we kind of just stood there and kicked rocks. While doing so, I got the chance to look around and just admire the view. There were so many ads, and all of the ads were for themed cafes and adult locations. It's not as bad as it is in Kabukicho, but there were so many women in my FOV at all times. And the ads were kind of goofy, because they always had random English words on them. It's like when dudes get fish tattooed in Mandarin. This ad that says, "Eat me like a doll" is my favorite. Fast forward 3 hours later, I found myself with Tony in the middle of the city's most busiest street. Just chilling, admiring the fact that I was in Japan, and the fact that it wasn't a dream. So many things to see, to explore, to eat. Like that doll, like this crepe I had. This was a goated crepe. I finished the crepe and discovered the place me and Tony call Gooner Tower. And you can probably guess why we called it that. Don't worry, I'm almost there. Just remember to like, subscribe, and also go check out my main channel. Anyways, Gooner Tower was a very vertical store, housing many products. First floor acted as the game store. PS5, Xbox, Switch titles, you know the works. Looking back, I should have bought Fallout 4 or like Minecraft. It would have been sick to have a Japanese copy in my collection. Second floor was retro games. Third, model trains and Gundams. Fourth was anime and manga. 6 was other anime figures and things you would find at a con. Then, floor 7. Floor 7 is where things take a turn. The floor was covered wall to wall in lewd doujin-esque things. Everything was still censored, kinda, but you got the idea. Pretty much everywhere had something. And it didn't even just stop there. Floor 8 was just hentai, film, manga, erotic games. Everything was there for show. And that wasn't even the top. This floor was crazy. This is where me and Tony were like, oh my god, we're in deep. We're in deep in here, bro. The very top floor, floor 9, was just corn. Real life, human flesh and bone, JAV. And that wasn't it. There was equipment you can get all around the store. Every type you wouldn't even think about. There was this one toy in there that looked like it was heavily loved for like 6 decades. I also discovered Japan sells these one-time use cylinder holsters. Me and Tony thought that was funny. Side note, the demographic of people in the tower got so specific the closer we got to the very top. The bottom 3 floors, you'd see men, women, children, all enjoying the fandoms of many medias. Middle floor, you see teenage boys and young adults collectively geeking off of culture. And the higher floors, the higher you went up, the median age would shoot up by 60 years. At the top, me and Tony were the youngest people there by a long shot. But hey, I don't know, man. Fuck it, dude. It's your life. The tower still stands till this very day. I would love to go back one day. Right now, the world is really scary, and I fear the next Japan trip is going to be delayed past many future moons. Hey, maybe the plane ticket would cost $6,000 instead of 2. Later that night, right as me and Tony were about to sleep, the poop pipe bursted above Tony's head. I've been your host, JOSHTUNA. Until next time, that's the video. Bye.